Okay, so today I'm going to install the Max Air 4-speed fan with reversible feature, and plus you can also run it like a ceiling fan. So what I did is I've already cut this trim ring while it was together like this before I cut it, and I ran it across my table saw to cut it and show you what I did. I'm going to go up to the ceiling now. I pretty much pushed it up in here and took my pen and marked it around there and cut it just a little bit short of what I thought it should be. This is only just a beauty ring. So, got that ready to go. Now let's go back down here to the floor again. I'm trying to go slow. And I'm in tight quarters, so because I'm doing this inside the trailer. Get out your tacky tape or butyl tape, whatever you want to call it, and leave this protective coating on there until you get completely finished. I need to, this one does not come pre-drilled, so let's pre-drill it. Some do, some don't. Screw package. There it is. And there's a screw package. Get one of those screws. And if you're unsure what size bit you need, eyeball it. Take your old piece of plastic here and use it for a test. And what you want to do is you want these screws where they go in there a little bit snug, not too snug, just, you don't want any slop in there. The tighter fit, the less chance of a moisture issue. So that right there is a good fit. And we will make sure that they gave us plenty of screws here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, wait. Okay. We only get 4 screws for the beauty ring. Not sure if you can see down here on the bottom. Like I said, on its tight quarters. I'm going to do the best I can. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Alright. What you don't want to do is drill more screws than you got holes. So, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Holy cow, that's a lot of. Tell you what we'll do is you don't really need that many. I'm going to do these around this side on the outer edge. This must be a one size fits all sort of thing. A brand new bit, it's nice and sharp. I mean, I know I'm drilling plastic, but come on, man, those are nice. And just do, we got 16 screws, just do 4 on each side. That's it right about here. And go all the way up here. And then go over here, get us 4. That should do it. It's not like you're bolting down a head gasket or something, but you do want to, have it plenty tight. And get your butyl tape. A lot of people say, let's see, I'm talking about running multiple layers, which is fine, I'll do that. And I put them, you know what I think I'm going to do? Yeah, I'll put them on the outer edge where the screw holes are going to be. Pull that back a little bit. It might be a long and tedious video, but it may help somebody. Hey, don't jerk it like I just did, because it just goes where it wants to go, when it wants to go. Make sure your butyl tape is warmed up a little bit, kind of room temperature, because if it's cold, it's going to be cantankerous. It won't stick. It'll stick to everything but what you want it to stick to, believe me. I know my big head's in the shadow. But it is what it is when you got a small space. You don't have professional lighting. It's already sticking to my fingers. Must be getting to room temperature then. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to throw that in the garbage. I'll just go ahead and put it there. Now go back and double layer this. That's what some people say to do it, some people say it's not necessary. But I don't have any issues. It's better to do it than not do it. This tape is not expensive. It's about $10 for a roll. There we go. Oh, look at that. See what I'm talking about? Stick to everything but what it's supposed to stick to. Stick to the backing paper, stick to your fingers, stick to the work. Get that out of there. I thought this would be a little bit quicker than this, but it is what it is. It takes what it takes. See how I got it off my screws here? I want it covering those screws really well. I don't want any moisture sneaking past my fastener orifices. And if you have to double it over on this end, just make sure you squish it out. Squish it out real good. This is like bubble gum on a hot pavement. Okay. Check all that. Pull this one up, scoot it over. I thought if I just yanked it like a band-aid, it would just come on over like it's supposed to. I'm just going to put all this extra stuff in here. Like I said, don't throw it away. Don't have to put it. I have to put it in the landfill. Just don't put nothing in the landfill we don't have to. I try to go green when it doesn't cost me money. Costs me money and I have to spend extra time doing it. I don't know. No, y'all didn't want to hear that. There it went. Look at it. Sticking real good now. Really well. And make sure right in there that you don't have a gap. Because when you screw this down, you don't want to have to depend on screwing it down so tight that it squeezes it together. Make sure you got it together before you screw it down. kind of make sure it's real tight right there. There we go. Not gonna hurt anything by throwing the extra stuff in there. It's just, like I said, you don't have to throw it in the garbage. Who knows? That might be the little bit that saved your butt. Okay, so we got all our tape on there. Remember that piece of plastic on the top? I said don't take it off yet. If you spin it around, you could scratch the top. Even though you might not ever look at it again, you don't want to start off with a scratch. Make sure when you set this up there, that the hinge faces the front of the vehicle. You can do it any way you want, but that's the way that's suggested, because if you forget and leave it up, and it's up like this and you take off, next thing you know, you're catching air and it rips your lid off. Alright, let's go up to the ceiling and mount this thing. It's really nice having a sunroof. Moonroof. I'm sorry, moonroof. Really nice to have a moonroof. Now, I'm going to try to center it if it hadn't already seated itself. Nope. That's pretty close to center. So, let's see. Let's go up top. There we go. Not the greatest camera person in the world. Let's see if we can get. Oh, the ceiling's too high. The ceiling's too low. It's pretty much set. It's right there. So that's why I said, make sure you got that thing in the spot you want it to be in, because you're going to be moving it. You won't be moving it once it's up there permanently. That butyl tape is good stuff. Now I suggest if you're not super familiar with your cordless drill, make sure you set the clutch where it's just enough to get the screw in there, because the last thing you want to do is run it down and break that plastic. So I'm just gonna put it where the pan head of the screw is flush with the plastic. And over the course of maybe an hour, I'll just torque it. Torque it a little bit, torque it a little bit. And, you know, I can assure. I can assure my gasket will be evenly torqued all the way around. can't reach that. I don't want to reach over that lid. Most of that, I'm pretty sure it's ABS plastic. Most of that plastic is pretty durable. But do you really want to take a chance? Oh, I can reach it. I can reach it. And you smack that thing. Jumping like that, just don't worry about touching the lid and doing an abrasion on the lid. Ooh, I think I hear UPS truck at delivery. And remember, when you're screwing this end up here, you might be just outside of the solid wood part. I don't think that I am, but you could be. You could be, so just be careful when you're tightening those screws down, because you might get to that point where you just, it's really just plywood only. Man, that'd pull a vacuum. Get that close and have to take it all apart. So far, I have had no issues. Okay, you can see I'm short one screw. Don't know where it went, but I'm prepared. There it is. I'm prepared because I have a whole box of stainless steel screws. Whole box of stainless steel screws. Alright, there you go. One thing I like about these Max fans, I don't know if you can see from there. Well, that's just going to make it difficult for you to see. That's kind of upside down, but it has two raising arms, not just one, so it's not going to flutter so much in the wind. Sorry about the light and everything, but it's a tight spot. There we go. It's kind of difficult sometimes. At least turn that one around. So what you want to do is you want to find your wire. I don't know what y'all can see, but I'm gonna do the best I can do. I don't really need all that much wire, but let's take some of it off. Don't throw it away yet, because as you can see, it says right there, black is positive. So remember that, because most of this stuff made over in China, black for positive. And I'd be alright with that. But I didn't grow up with it that way. It was supposed to be red black, but it's not. Let's see. Oh man. Freaking dildos. Don't do that. Okay, so pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that We're going to tuck the wires back up in here like this. And then we'll take the beauty ring, the trim ring, and you put it up there after stuffing the wires in there. And I'm going to energize this, and I'm going to energize this before I make final fitment. The wires are in the way, so I got to put all the wires out of the way and stuffed up in there. Then put your screws in there, tighten it up, and you're done. So, like I said, I don't have a battery in here, but I'm going to energize this and run it before I seal the beauty ring on it. Alright, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, ask a question, whatever. Thank you for watching.